Senate will come to order. Senator Holbert. Majority Leader Scheffel for the pledge, please.
Colleagues, guests, members in the gallery, please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Majors, please call the roll.
Senators Aguilar, Balmer, Baumgardner, Carroll, Cook, Crowder, Donovan, Garcia, Grantham, Guzman, Heath, Hill, Hodge, Holbert,
Absent.
John, Johnston, Jones, Kafalis, Kerr, Lambert, Lundberg, Marble, Martinez Jimenez,
Or
Merrifield, Neville, Newell, Roberts, Scheffel, Scott, Sonnenberg, Stedman, Todd, Ulibarri, Woods. Mr. President, Holbert. Mr. President,
here. With 35 present, 0 absent, 0 excused, we have a quorum. Senator Sonnenberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the journal for Friday, the reading of the journal for Friday, last Friday, how about that, the 6th, whenever, be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You have heard a motion. Senator Sonnenberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let me do this correctly. I move that the reading of the journal from last Friday, March 6th, be dispensed with and approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The motion is adopted. The journal is approved. Committee reports. Senate Services.
March 9, 2015, correctly printed Senate Bills 203 and 204, Senate Joint Resolutions 11 and 12, correctly re-engrossed Senate Bills 102, 104, 110, 182, 186, 187, 188, 189, 190, and 191, correctly re-revised House Bills 1034, 1055, 1070, 1094, 1137, and 1174.
Third reading of bills. Mr. Majors, please read the title of Senate Bill 100.
Senate Bill 100 by Senator Stedman and Representatives Foote and McCann concerning implementation and recommendations of the Committee on Legal Services in connection with legislative review of rules and regulations of state agencies.
Majority Leader Scheffel.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate re-refer Senate Bill 100 back to its original committee of reference, the Committee on Legal Services. Colleagues, there's been an issue with the promulgation of a rule and its application out of a particular department. This was discussed in Friday's meeting. Committee on Legal Services did meet and discuss this, and they're expecting this to be re-referred back to that committee for deliberation on this, possible hearings, and the committee members agreed that this was the right way to handle it, so I would ask for an aye vote. Again, the motion is to re-refer Senate Bill 100 back to its committee of reference, the Committee on Legal Services. Ask for an aye vote.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Senate Bill 100 will be referred back to the Committee on Legal Services. Majority Leader Scheffel.
Thank you, Mr. President. This time I move that the Senate proceed out of order for a motion for a moment of personal privilege.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The Senate will proceed out of order for a moment of personal privilege. Senator Lundberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, we have some special guests with us today that we want to give a special acknowledgement and recognition for not only their presence with us, but the fact that that Denver is going to request a moment of personal privilege. Mr. President.
Senator Lundberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request a moment of personal privilege. I apologize that I hadn't accomplished that.
That's granted after $2. Dollars for demerits.
Thank you, Mr. President. As I say, members, we have a couple of very special guests with us today, and have a tribute in their honor, and not just their honor, but an honor to both the state of Colorado and let me just read this, if I might. The Colorado Legislature honors and recognizes Jack J.C. Yang, Director General of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office, on the occasion of the 32nd anniversary of the sister state relationship between the state of Colorado and the Republic of China, Taiwan. Through the Colorado-Taiwan sister state relationship, the bonds of true friendship and international cooperation between our states have been strengthened, resulting in strong economic, cultural, and social exchanges. Colorado's lasting bilateral relationship with Taiwan has given us the unique opportunity to increase global cooperation through long-term, mutually beneficial partnerships at the local level, motivating and empowering private citizens, local government officials, and business leaders to be internationally engaged. And this is the exciting information for us here locally. The new Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Denver will help bridge the distance between Colorado and Taiwan, fostering continued collaboration and friendship. We offer our warmest welcome to the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office to the Mile High City, and look forward to continued partnership on our common values of freedom, democracy, human rights, and rule of law. Vibrant Colorado-Taiwan relations hold great promise for both our countries, and we look forward to working together in global cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, we have with us today the Director General, Jack J.C. Yang, and the Consular Officer, Amber C.J. Wang. Would you please help me in welcoming them today? And I might add that we've prepared a plaque commemorating this special occasion and this honor and tribute, which we'll be providing for them. Thank you again.
Senator Lambert.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd also like to acknowledge the Economic and Cultural Office. It's currently located, I guess, in Kansas City, but very, very good news that it's moving to Denver. And I told the Director General that just by coincidence, I think some of you have met my son, who did some photography around here and so forth. He just arrived in Taipei this morning to do business interests, electronic types of research that is also example of the type of friendship we have, I think, between here in the United States and Taipei. Very, very strong, booming economy, and we really appreciate being your partners in so many ways. Thank you.
The Senate will stand in a short recess in order to greet our guests. The Senate will come back to order. Ready, Vicki? General reading of bills. General order, second reading of bills, consent calendar. Senator Marble.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for the consideration of the General Order's second reading of bills consent calendar.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The Senate will resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for consideration of General Order's second reading of bills consent calendar. Senator Marble will take the chair.
The committee will come to order and the court rule is relaxed. Mr. Majors, would you please read the titles to all the bills listed on the consent calendar?
House Bill 1092 by Representative Lebsack, Senators Martinez, Humenick, and Gonzalez concerning the transparency of Title 32 Colorado Revised Statutes Special Districts. House Bill 1192 by Representative Becker Kay and Senators Neville concerning the ability of specified establishments licensed to serve alcohol beverages for on-premises consumption to become part of an entertainment district authorized by a local government. House Bill 1117 by Representative Windholz and Senator Guzman concerning the clarification of the application of the Uniform Electronic Transactions Act to the conduct of the internal affairs of domestic entities. Senate Bill 122 by Senator Newell and Representative Moreno concerning the continuation of the regulation of massage parlors in connection therewith repealing the regulation of massage parlors. House Bill 1060 by Representative Hamner and Senator Cook concerning protection orders in sex offense cases. House Bill 1122 by Representative Fields and Senator Cook concerning limiting eligibility for parole and in connection therewith amending certain provisions concerning the revocation of parole for certain inmates.
Majority Leader Shuffle.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I move that the committee adopt all the bills listed on the General Order's second reading of bills consent calendar, which includes House Bill 1092 and its associated local government committee report, House Bill 1192, House Bill 1117, Senate Bill 122, House Bill 1060, and House Bill 1122.
Is there any discussion on any of the committee reports? The motion before the body is the adoption of all the reports to all of the bills on the General Order's second reading of bills consent calendar. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The ayes have it, and the reports are adopted. And the bills are adopted. Okay, is there any discussion? Is there any discussion on any of the bills listed on the General Orders consent calendars? Seeing none, the motion before the body is the adoption of all the bills on the General Orders second reading of bills consent calendar. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The ayes have it, and the bills are adopted. Majority Leader Shuffle.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that the committee rise and report.
The motion before the body is to rise and report. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The ayes have it, and the committee will rise and report.
The Senate will come back to order. Senator Marble.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee has met and had a number of bills under consideration. Mr. Majors, would you please read the report?
March 9, 2015, Mr. President, your committee to hold basic report is under consideration of the following tax bills, being second reading thereof, makes following recommendations thereon. Senate Bill 122, passed on second reading in order and gross, placed on the counter for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1092 is amended. House Bill 1192, House Bill 1117, House Bill 1060, House Bill 1122, passed on second reading in order to revise, placed on the counter for third reading and final passage.
Senator Marble.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for adoption of the report.
You have heard the motion. Is there further discussion? Are there any no votes? At 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, the Committee of the Whole report is adopted. Senate Bill 122 passed on second reading and ordered engrossed and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1092 is amended, House Bill 1192, House Bill 1117, House Bill 1060, House Bill 1122, passed on second reading and ordered revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. Majority Leader Scheffel.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate lay over the general order second reading of bills calendar, which includes Senate Bill 135, to March 10.
Is there further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. General order second reading of bills calendar will lay over. Consideration of governor's appointments consent calendar. Mr. Majors, would you please read all of the governor's appointments on the consent calendar?
Member of the Advisory Committee to the Property Tax Administrator for a term expiring September 1st, 2018, Corbin Sackdahl of Littleton, Colorado, serves as an assessor from a county with a population over 75,000 and as a Republican appointed. Member of the Workers' Compensation Cost Containment Board effective December 31st, 2014, for a term expiring December 13th, 2017. Jeffrey Michael Citron of Denver, Colorado, serves as an executive with good risk management experience in the insurance industry, reappointed.
Majority Leader Scheffel.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate confirm the governor's appointments listed on the consideration of governor's appointments consent calendar, which includes a member of the Advisory Committee to the Property Tax Administrator and a member of the Workers' Compensation Cost Containment Board.
Is there further discussion on any of the appointments on the consent calendar? Are there any no votes on any of the governor's appointments on the consent calendar? With 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, Corbin Sackdahl is confirmed on the Advisory Committee to the Property Tax Administrator Board. With 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, Jeffrey Michael Citron is confirmed on the Workers' Compensation Cost Containment Board. Signing of bills.
March 9, 2015, the President has signed House Bills 1010, 1022, 1028, 1062, 1064, 1069, and 1071.
Announcements. Announcements? How did I know? Senator Neville. Senator Newell. I have got to get better glasses. Senator Newell. How did you know? Announcements.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Members, today is the Children's Caucus. Today we are having the topic of marijuana, children, and families. And we have guest speakers talking about what does the research say, where is the law, and what is happening in practice. So please join us at 12 o'clock, and we are in 356. Thank you.
Further announcements? I'd like to thank Senator Kafalis for paying Senator Lundberg's fee. Give it up for the good senator from Fort Collins. Further announcements? Majority Leader Scheffel.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate adjourn to 9 a.m. Tuesday, March 10th.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The Senate will be adjourned until 9 a.m. Tuesday, March 10th.